Sarah.
What's up, Mike?
What's up? How are you? I love your background.
You know, I went into space for this. I like yours too. I haven't seen that one.
That's cool.
How did you get that one? Is that real or is that fake?
That's real. That's real. That's all banners and stuff. I'm in a garage.
Right.
I'm in a garage. It's cold, but I got a heater on me, and you know, you got to suffer for your art sometimes.
Oh, for sure.
I got no room in the house for this whole setup. So
just imagine how it feels up here on the
right.
The moon, or where is this underwater, or is this in the sky? I can't tell.
So I think you're in space above Earth. I think that's Earth. I think.
Okay.
You're asking the wrong person. I have no idea.
I don't know how long my oxygen is going to last up here. In fact, there might not be any at all. So if I start to pass out,
right,
send help.
I will. I'll tell them exactly where you are. I'll find your, Google Earth coordinates or something like that. But what's cool is that I can do the same thing. I mean, I don't know about space, but hold on.
I don't think you have this technology, Mike. I think you're a liar.
Nope. Well, we're in a boardroom. We're having a meeting right now.
We're in a boardroom. I like this. Look how much bigger I am.
Yep.
It's because I'm a tall chick. I'd like to start this meeting out by saying we're ordering Jimmy John's for lunch.
Nice. Whoa.
Oh wow. We're at Mike's house.
Yep. I wish that was my house.
I think it is.
We do have a fireplace, but we can't use it because it's too old. I mean, we could, but
it could kill the whole family.
Exactly. Let's try one more here. We're in the kitchen.
Okay. Oh my God.
Well, pretty cool.
Mike's making me pasta. Hey, this isn't homemade or handmade or whatever the fuck.
Right.
Wait, we're back here?
We're back here. You're back in space and I'm in my garage.
Are you smoking?
I am.
Wonderful.
That's one of the perks, actually, of being in the garage. One of the only perks.
Are you smoking crack, or what is that?
I quit crack. I just stick to cigarettes now. You just started.
Mm-hmm.
How deep are you in?
Gives me a lot of edge, Mike.
Yeah. No, I used to do some drugs, definitely, but not anymore. Not anymore.
Man, I knew something was wrong here.
I'm too old. I'm too old to be messing around too much. I mean, smoke some weed and stuff like that. But
did I just fuck something up? I probably did.
No, you went in and it was like black space. It was like a black hole. It was actually kind of cool.
I mean, have you seen where I'm underwater right now, Mike? Look at that giant shark floating past my head.
So Sara Beck, it's such a pleasure to meet you. This is a cool moment. I'm not gonna lie.
It's so cool to meet you. What are you talking about?
No. This is a cool moment because I've been a fan since MySpace. Not to age us or anything like that, but MySpace. That's I found the best music on MySpace. I still listen to it now. Whatever I found back in that time period, I don't know, early 2000.
We were living for it.
Yeah, when all the mainstream kind of radio music just really sucked. Not that it's great now. But it was cool because there was something you can find different shit. You know what I mean? Just being on the computer. For me, MySpace was the first thing that was like that, I mean, when I graduated in 99, so there was no Facebook or anything like that. There was no SoundCloud and fucking every single possible thing in the world there is right now, right? So that was one of those things, one of those moments in time where you can find things that you wouldn't hear on the radio or find in your record store,
Yeah, and as far as my music goes, Mike, you still can't find it on the radio or in a record store.
I was actually going to ask you that. It was one of my first questions. Is where the fuck could one buy your music?
That's on me. Mike, I don't know if you've noticed a pattern with me, but I get a little lazy.
There's nothing wrong with that.
I'll bet. I need to reload my stuff to so you can buy it online again, but
yeah,
it's just a matter of, you know, I've only had 5 years to do it, or probably longer. So.
No, I get it. It's not, that's a short span of time.
I mean, blink and you miss it, right?
No, it's crazy. It's crazy because, all right, so here, I have this, obviously, right?
Hey, I'm a huge fan of that record.
This is one of my favorite records.
Thank you.
But this is it. This is all I got. I don't have anything in my phone. I don't have any vinyl. I don't even have a t-shirt.
Wait, there is a vinyl of that record.
Is there really?
And I can send it to you. Yeah.
Oh wow, that would be sick. I mean,
happy to.
I remember, you know, back in the day, pinknasty.net.
Ooh.
Right?
Yes.
Now you put that in your phone and it's not there.
Yeah, it's like, is this person dead? And let's get a GoFundMe going for her funeral.
Yeah.
Mike, do you think if I asked for like $5 million into GoFundMe, people would donate?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, 5 million might be a little high, but I would say maybe 3.5.
Sorry, I have to scold my cat. Smudgekins, shut the fuck up. She's playing with one of those like, hey, Smudgekins. Sorry.
Like the thing on the string.
She's my special needs cat. Smudgekins. I'm going to say this one more time, and then I'm going to shoot you in the face. If you don't shut the fuck up, I'm talking to Mike. Oh my God. She's really
how old is Smudgekins?
Smudgekins she's too old to be playing with baby kitten toys. Well, Mike, hold on 1 second. I'm gonna oh yeah, I'm gonna strangle her. 1 second.
Yeah, take your time.
Take a look at look.
Earth. Yeah.
Hey, that's Australia. Hello down there. Look at, they're having barbecue, Mike. Okay, I got her to stop.
Okay.
So you think 5 million is too much to ask for?
No, like I said, like maybe 3.5, maybe 4.
Okay. I was thinking a little more than 5, but if you 3.5, and then you know how on like GoFundMe people always are like the excuses are like clearly made up.
Yes.
Some are legit, and then some it's just like,
right.
What?
Right. It's like the online version of the guy standing on the corner with the sign. And
exactly.
He gets in his, you know, BMW and goes home.
You won't believe this.
Yeah.
That's funny, but you won't believe this. She's back at it.
Okay. It's not bothering me.
Oh, okay, good.
It's not bothering me at all. If it's bothering you, you know, you can do what you got to do.
My attention span is. Do you hear that?
I do. I hear it, but it's Smudgekins.
Smudgekins. I'm gonna say this one more time, and then I'm gonna shoot you not only in the face but up your ass.
Wow. We might have to start a GoFundMe for Smudgekins.
Yeah. Rehome this cat. Okay.
Let me put this fucking filthy cigarette out.
No,
okay.
Please actually pass it. I'd like to.
Yeah. Do you smoke?
I don't.
Okay,
I'm not that cool.
No, it's not. It's not cool.
Yes, it is. I was
born
maybe
in like,
of course it's cool.
Well, I was, you know, me too. But so maybe in the 80s it was cool, you know.
And now I prefer somebody smoking a cigarette than vaping.
Yeah.
I think it looks cooler.
I mean, the vaping thing is just, listen, either do it or don't.
Yeah, okay? Either smoke like a normal person.
Yeah.
Or vape like a fucking idiot.
Exactly. So you've been doing this for a long time. You've been making music for a long time.
I thought we were back to the GoFundMe, like asking people for millions.
Oh yeah.
Yes.
No, well, you know, I've actually started a few GoFundMes as like kind of a joke. One of them kind of worked, and not really. I think I got like $80. We could do something like that. But what's it going to be for? Like, what's the title? What's the headline?
Just because. For February 2nd. For life.
February 2nd. Yeah, I mean, we can do something like, let's get Pink Nasty's music on vinyl. Every record on vinyl.
Yes.
And
Yes.
you know, if you donate like $1,000, you get one record or something like that. We can figure out all the numbers.
2,000.
2,000. Okay.
And
I know.
One song, Mike. You're being
I'm aiming low.
Generous.
Yeah, I'm being too nice.
2,000, you get a song.
Yeah.
Half a song.
That's right. Yeah,
I've been doing this for a long time.
Yes. So I mean, first album, Mule School, 2003.
Oof.
All right, but and all these were self-released.
Yes, and that's what you call it when no one cares.
Now, where did you grow up?
Wichita, Kansas is my motherfucking town.
Right, and I knew that. I just, you know, this is a podcast. People have to listen to it, and they're like, you know, they want to know. They want to know these things.
Oh, for sure. They're like, first of all, who is this bitch? Second of all, who cares? And Wichita? Wait, what?
Yeah, exactly. Wichita, Kansas. So now your brother, Ted Beck.
I don't know him.
Black Nasty.
I don't know him.
He's one of those people that were huge to me. You know, like I know he's not. Most people won't know who he is, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
But
my parents don't know who he is.
I was a pretty big fan. So we got this here.
Ooh!
Right? We got this here. I don't even know if I can show this on YouTube, but we got this one here.
Of course you can.
Yeah, right.
It's a cartoon drawing of a woman without a breast.
Right. And this one right here.
AIDS can't stop me.
This is the one. It's the one that started it all for me right there. And then when I realized, like, oh, he's got a sister who makes music, and that's when I realized that you did the music on the whole first album.
That's exactly right.
Black Nasty did the lyrics. Now the lyrics could be, you know, they might not be for everybody. You know, they might not be for mom and dad and stuff like that, grandma. But it's so good. It's so good. Now, speaking of people who have disappeared, where the fuck is Ted? Or any of his music or any of his videos? He had great videos. They're all gone. It's like scrubbed from the internet.
Well, Mike, did you ever hear of a little movement called Me Too?
I've heard of that one. I've heard of it a little bit.
We thought it was in his best interest to leave the legend, but leave it to the people that knew about it.
Okay.
Because things have gotten, as you know, so we were just like, man, we love it. We know it's a joke, or is it? Right. And God, we had a lot of fun. But lately I've been talking to Ted and I'm like, dude, let's go back to Lawrence, Kansas. There's a lot to talk about.
Right.
Let's do this. So possibly he's got a lot of pent up material.
Oh, really? So that could possibly happen. I mean, I know he's done movies, he's written movies, he's been in movies. Yes. But once again, it's those still like that was like 2015. I miss him. That's all I'm saying. I miss him.
Mike, I do too. He's a genius. He's so fucking funny.
He is one of the funniest people ever. Actually, this is a long time ago, but we're talking like early 2000s. I interviewed him poorly, very poorly, for this magazine I was doing.
That's amazing. Okay.
And you know, got to talk to him back and forth, and it was kind of cool. I don't even know what my point is. I wish that he was still around. And yeah, I understand why it's gone, but man, there's some times where I just want to watch like the high five video or
that's gone too.
Oh, it's all gone. The only thing I like really searched. The only thing I can find is a video of you guys performing like South by Southwest.
Amazing.
Like
did you get to see us live with the Black Nasty band?
I did not.
Mike, those shows were so fun.
Right.
It was so good. Like our band was so good too, which is surprising for us. But yeah, everybody was talented for once. And it was so fun. We played a few shows and we went on a little tiny tour, and then we opened some shows for Spoon because Britt Daniel's a fan of his music, or was a fan of his music. Probably still is. So we did 2 shows with Spoon, one here in Austin at the Red Scoot Inn, and then one in Houston at this big venue. Shut up, Smudgekins. And yeah, it was so good, so fun. I mean, we did Let Me Put It In.
Yep.
Do you know that song?
I do. I do. I know very well.
We did a song called Jackhammer.
Mm-hmm.
I was playing bass. The crowd wanted more. And that was it.
Yeah. Now, as you know, Ted being the front man of, you know, at that time at least, have you ever been in a place where, you know, you just didn't fit in, like people didn't get the joke or get what he was saying and had some negative reactions?
Yeah, but not like it would be now. We had a big group of people walk out of a show that we were playing at a little space here in Austin, the Hole in the Wall.
Right.
And like I was looking down, just jamming. Everybody was he was rapping. Everybody was just having so much fun. We look up and like no one's in there. Like, oh no.
Yeah.
But my parents were there and they loved it. I think they even tipped us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, like I said, you have to get it. And, you know, is it a joke or not? It's so well delivered that you really can't tell. Yeah. And that's what works. That's what works about it. But I hope to see it again one day. You know, like, listen, I don't want anyone to get all upset and everything, but I think it's as simple as this. If you don't like something, you don't listen to it, right? If you don't like something on TV, you don't watch it. I can't stand people who just complain about shit. Just don't watch it. Don't listen to it, you know?
Don't listen to it. Don't watch it.
Right. But now
and
your
mind
music.
Your own fucking business.
That's right. That's right. When it really all comes down to it, it's all art, right? If you're not physically hurting somebody, it's art. So take it as you want it, you know? But now your music is like the complete opposite of that, to me at least. It's like
I know exactly. It's even worse.
No.
It's even more controversial. I know, Mike.
No, it's lighthearted. It really is, you know. It's fun, it's playful, you know. And it's so good. It's so fucking good. I wish I heard more of it. I was lucky enough to hear your new album. If we could talk about that a little bit.
Please ask me anything you want.
So I got an unmastered copy and I'm so lucky to have it. Like, I feel really special, like one of the few people on earth to have heard this.
And that's true.
And it's so good.
Thank you.
It is so good. I texted you, I said, I'm going to save this for the podcast, but it's next level shit. And I really mean that. Like, it's just so fucking good. I don't even know what to say. Yeah.
Like
every song there's nothing skippable, you know?
Damn. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's what we tried to do.
Yeah. Yeah. Now I know, you know, there's nothing skippable on this either to me, you know?
Aww.
But this one, I think really is going to like get out there more. You know what I'm saying?
Thank you so much. I love it so much.
It's so fucking good. Now, is that the final cover art?
No.
Right.
No,
that's just
that was just I think it's a picture of my friend Don and I, and we co-wrote it together, and he is a master guitar player, and we did it at his home studio over the span of like it took longer because of the pandemic, but it was going to go really fast, and then we had to slow down, so it took about 2 years with everything that was going on. No, we want to do videos and we want to do a lot of things, but as of right now, we just wanted to kind of send it out and see if anyone was wanting to put it out, or just kind of get feedback too, because I haven't done anything in a long time. Dawn and I have never collaborated, and to us, it was just so easy, and so much fun writing these songs together, and it came out really, really quick. So what songs on there did you kind of vibe with the most?
Yeah. I wrote them down, but give me a second, because
of course.
when I write notes, It looks like Smudgekins wrote these notes. Like I can't even
Smudgekins
read my
can't
own
write.
shit. I can't even read my own shit.
Yeah, she can't even write.
Exactly. Oh, here we go. So the one with Britt Daniel from Spoon. You can't have me.
You can't
And
have me.
My hands down favorite one is Are You Still Alive?
Damn.
I
Okay.
really love that one. It's got like this like cool vibe to it. It's like it's got like this like I don't like a reggae kind of vibe in a way, like the guitar.
Yes.
Yeah. It's so cool.
I like that second verse with the today I'm so lost. I like that. I like that line a lot.
Yeah, no, that's awesome. I mean, like I said, I love every track. It's called Pink Nasty Meets El Cento.
That's right.
Right. So who's El Cento?
That's my boy. El Cento's my boy.
Yeah.
I met him at I was playing a show at some little place in Austin, and I didn't have a band. And the band that was playing after me, I asked to play with me during my show. They've never met me. They didn't know any of my songs. And I was like, you guys got this. I was like, I'll just start playing the chorus and you fucking figure it out.
Right.
So Don was one of the guys. He was playing guitar, and him and I just became such good friends. And then he joined my band and we did a bunch of stuff together. And then he started playing with other groups, and then we hadn't talked in a long time. And am I making any sense?
Yes.
Good. Okay.
Yes, 100%.
Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you. Most people don't understand me.
This is why I record this, because I fuck up all the time. Like, I wanted to say all these amazing things about the album and I can't quite get the words out.
Okay.
But I can't wait to, when is this coming out?
That I don't
You
know.
don't know.
If I was going to be honest, because we probably will end up just self-releasing, but we're like, I'm like, I think it's good. And he's like, I think it's good. And we're like, we love it. We would love for it to be, we want it to be picked up by a label so they can take all our money. Like all the, we want the label to make all the money off of us, and then we don't see a dime. And then, then we'll have the clout.
Right. Well, I mean, I talk to a lot of people on this, a lot of artists on this show, and people like get pre-orders for records. You know what I mean? They'll get like 1,000 records. And if they get that 1,000 record pre-order, then they print them. So, I mean, that is to me the coolest way now to make money making music, because you know what you're selling and you don't got to deal with fucking pennies that you get from a record label. You actually, besides buying the material, you get to keep the money. People think that because everyone has, people have records and music videos, that they're rich. And that's definitely not the case.
What? They're not?
No, they're not at all. Like fucking Aerosmith's rich. You know what I mean? And most of the shit you hear on the radio, those people are fucking loaded. But I personally think that shit sucks.
Do you think Taylor Swift has any money?
I think she might have a couple bucks.
Yeah, I often wonder. I'm like, I wonder if she's actually made any money off her career. But I hope so, because I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I would hope so.
Right. I mean, every time I have Apple Music, so every time I go on there, every Friday or so when new music comes out, she has a new album out. Like, even if it's an old album, it's out again, but she added a song, or she added a lyric, or she changed the lyric, or she changed the artwork. It's all for the, it's, to me, that's a cash grab.
I got to do that too. Every Friday.
Yeah.
Shit. Just add a word.
Yeah. Right. I wish people like independent artists did that stuff, but they can't afford it. Right.
Wait, you said you have Apple Music?
Mm-hmm.
God damn, you're rich. Shit.
No.
It's like $9.99 a month.
It is. And I am definitely not rich. And to be honest with you, I actually kind of hate using it, because I feel like I'm, in a way, even though I'm paying the $10 a month, that I'm really kind of stealing.
Mike, it's $9.99. It's not $10. It's not $10.
All right, $9.99. I still feel like I'm stealing in a way, because I don't think, like, I have a lot of indie artists on here, and they're like, yeah, we don't get anything from that. And I'm like, so where the fuck is my $10 going? Just to Apple? I mean, I already pay Apple for the phone, you know?
I have Apple Music too, and I love it because holy shit, anything you want is on there.
Exactly. The convenience of it is amazing. Now, I love physical copies of things. I like, I like having the vinyl and stuff like that. But, if I'm in my car, I don't have a record player in the car, No,
that'd be cool if you
I don't even have a CD player
in
the car.
Do.
Yeah, probably. Did you ever see those fucking cars that like open up and they're like DJ booths?
Yeah.
I wish I had
cars that open up and there's like a swimming pool in there.
Yeah. I wish I had just like a little bit of that. I'm not greedy. Like just a little bit of that money. Like I'm going to get a swimming pool in my car today. I can't even imagine.
Look at this, guys.
Yeah.
My car farts. Do you know how expensive this was for these sound effects, motherfucker?
Right. No, it's really insane. So who produced El Cento?
Dawn did.
Dawn, that's right.
Is El Cento, produced El Cento.
Nice. Once again, I just don't have words for it. It's such a natural album. It's so good,
dude.
And no, seriously, because I hear and I love all your stuff, but there's something about this one. I don't know.
That makes me feel so good. Respectfully,
Yeah.
It's like, because again, I haven't done anything in a really long time.
Yeah.
So the fact that you really like it and you like my other music too, and then you like this collaboration that means so much to me. My favorite song on there is I like a song called Charge My Phone.
Yes.
It's I don't know why. I love the God, he's such a talented musician.
You know what?
You
just reminded me what I wanted to say. It's like ever changing. It's not boring at all. There's like so many different variations, and it's different genres that you can tell that you're inspired by, that are just in there. It's not just someone with a guitar singing songs. There's so much into it. But yet it's kind of simple. And it's almost like, how has this song not existed yet? Because it sounds like something, but it doesn't sound like another song. I'm going to cut all this out. It sounds like a song that you've heard a million times, but in a good way. You know what I mean? Does that make any fucking sense whatsoever?
Honestly, Mike, if we both started fake crying for that, yes. Yeah. I mean, I listen to my own songs. I'm like, God damn, how'd I do that?
Right.
Shit, that's a good song.
Like the hook, even the first song, Summer Flex, like the hook is so cool. Like, how has that not existed already?
Yeah.
It's like billions of songs.
Yeah. Why is everybody sleeping on that?
Yeah.
Why is everybody sleeping on it's my summer flex, all my friends are working.
Yes.
Why did I have to do that? Y'all motherfuckers are lazy. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, I know. I totally agree. Let me see, where are we here? Who's it?
I'm still up in space.
You are still up in space. You got enough? You're breathing good?
I'm gonna start crying again.
So now, with all that being said, who are some of your biggest influences of all time?
Of all time,
from the beginning, what got you into music? Is there a band that was you heard, you're like, I want to fucking do that?
Yeah, sure. Cat Power, Fiona Apple.
Wow. Yeah, definitely. And, you can hear those things in the music, but it's got this indie rock vibe to it too.
Pavement, another one.
Pavement. Yeah. I hear Weezer sometimes.
Fucking love Weezer.
Boom.
Yes. Weezer. And then Julian Casablancas of the Strokes.
Yes.
Like these, you know, now I'm super in, you know, I love Kanye West. I listen to that a lot.
Yeah.
I listen to, I love rap music, and that was because of my brother. Like he had a huge rap phase, and I mean, I love it. And then my father, Tex, he always had some sort of music going, like jazz, or no, mostly just jazz. That was always playing in the house. So
Yeah.
and I'm not gonna, I mean, I love a lot of musicians, a lot of older musicians, and a lot of that stuff. But for inspiration, it'd probably be like my two main ones for influence would have been like Pavement and then Fiona Apple, I would say.
Yeah, definitely. That you can almost hear it, you know?
Well, you know, I like to rip people off, Mike.
Yeah. No,
I'm
no.
just kidding.
And I mean an inspirational kind of way. Like you're not ripping anybody off, but you can hear where the inspiration's coming from. Right.
Good.
Which is awesome. You know, that's everything comes from something, you know what I mean? Like, I mean, I don't know who the first musician ever was. You know, that's actually a good question. Who was like the first musician?
Let's guess what their name would have been.
Yeah.
Pythias Milgerhorn. I mean,
Yeah,
you know, the name would have been crazy.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. And like, where were they? Were they like,
were they in a cave,
or maybe in a cave?
Were they underwater? Yeah.
Right. Maybe in space.
They were up in space, and they were just like, why am I, you know, like this little melody that they didn't even know what singing was or melody. They're just, you know, making these little noises, and they're like, this is beautiful. And they would probably tear up a little bit.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like, what instrument did they play? Were they, you know, was it like I mean, it couldn't have been something man-made at this point. No, like a tree stump or a tree branch, you know?
Scratching tree. I mean, it's probably all percussive. It was probably like banging rocks together and then like splashing in water. And they're like, yeah. This is the beat.
That's it. Yeah.
And this is like millions of years ago. Were we alive millions of years ago?
I don't know.
I don't think so. Well, whenever humans were born, and they're just like, do you think like the first person, like, do you think their type of music though was like rap? Or do you think it was like, I'm asking you, like,
yeah, I'm thinking. Well, yeah, I mean, as far as like the first vocalist, I would assume that it would just kind of be like Def Poetry Jam in a way, you know, like just spoken word or something like that, you know, probably. And that goes right into rap. Yeah.
Okay, you come up with the first rap of thousands of years ago. What do you think the line was? I'll do the same. You go first, and then I'll tell you what I think their first line was. Right. No, we're talking thousands of years ago. The thousands
of years ago. Yeah.
Rapper.
Right.
Give me a line. What did they say?
You know, maybe something about killing their dinner, you know, like, I don't know. I can't write raps. We need Ted here. This trout gives me doubt.
It does give me doubt. Well, I think it went something like this.
Okay.
The bitch left my house full of STDs. Got it in her. You know, I'm thinking they were brutal.
Well, that thousands of years ago?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, were there houses?
Yes, Mike. Yes.
Because when I think back past, like, and this is probably wrong of me, but like before the year 1900, I feel like everything was just kind of like a wall that people lived in, like with a hole in it.
Mm-hmm. They lived in a hole in the wall, and there was like hay.
Yeah, exactly.
Hay that they would eat and pee on. It was both purposes. It was food and restroom.
Yeah.
Wait, don't people a lot of
it's I think about this all the time, like, when did all this shit start, you know? I mean, I know there's all these stories and stuff, but as you know, you can't believe any of this stuff.
Ow.
When did all this shit, what is the point of any of this? You know, I know that's the biggest question, like, what's the point of life? But like, what is really the point?
I know, and that's like the saddest thing I've heard today. To have fun and do cool things and just try to enjoy. But yes, when I start thinking like, what the fuck is all this for? This is pointless.
Right.
That's true too.
Yeah. Yeah.
But then
we're getting deep here. We're going deep. We're going back like medieval raps and
oof, I know.
well, I guess medieval times they had castles, right? So like a castle could be like part of the rap. I mean, my trout rap is getting cut, you know, because that was just that was bad.
You can't cut that.
I don't cut anything. I don't cut anything.
You can't leave me hanging.
I like leaving almost everything because I think it's all natural and funny, you know?
Yeah.
I just cut out the mess ups. I love humility. I don't care.
Yeah. We don't give a fuck.
You know what I mean? I mean, you're doing great. I'm talking about me.
Oh, I'm so dumb. It's not even actually it is funny how dumb.
You're not dumb. You're not dumb at all.
Thank you. Do you really mean that?
Of course.
Ow.
First of all, you have to have some kind of a brain to make the amazing music that you do, right?
That's my boy Mike. He's making some noise.
Oh man,
like to think so. You got to be good at something.
Yeah, right. I still really don't know what I'm good at. I don't even know if I'm good at this. I've been doing this for like 3 years. I have no idea if I'm good at this.
I think
I'm
having a great time.
I get everybody that I'm really interested in having on here, so it's easy. It's easier for me to, to talk to people like that. I've met some of my like biggest. You know Fences?
Yes.
Okay. He just literally texted me right now while we were talking. Like I talk to this guy every day.
Oh, do you want to? I can go so you guys can. Do you want to have him jump in here?
No. Kidding. You two would make really insane music together.
Hook it up. What's up? What's his name?
Christopher Mansfield.
What's up, Chris? Let's make a song together.
Yeah.
We'll talk about early rap.
Yeah. Yeah. And he's a fan of you too. He knows your stuff. You guys went to the same school. You went to Berkeley.
Shut the fuck up. What year was he there?
I'll find out, but what year were you there?
Dude, yeah, do a text let's do a text introduction. Let's get a song going with him.
Yeah, definitely.
I love collaborating.
Yeah.
It is so fun. Or even just I love singing on other people's music.
Yeah.
It's my favorite thing to do.
Oh, that reminds me. I'm gonna listen. I take Adderall, okay? So I'm all over the fucking place.
I was gonna say, Mike.
I'm gonna be all over the place forever. I'm gonna paint this. Oh, that's what I wanted to talk about. You don't have a cover for your album yet. Are you working on a cover for your album?
No.
Do you have any idea? I want to do a cover for an album.
Do it.
That's like literally my dream.
Do it. I would love it. We would love it. Let's do it.
It would be mind blowing.
I'm so excited. Yes, please.
I want to see something on a fucking cover somewhere. Ever since I was a little kid, I don't know why, I've always been attracted to cover art. Always.
And I like it too. And yeah, please make as many drawings as you want, and I'll act like I did them myself.
Yeah. Definitely. No, yeah, it's fine.
I'm curious about what pre-written questions you have.
Oh, I'm trying to read them.
Oh, sorry. I also probably I interrupt and
not you. I'm trying to read them because I can't read what I wrote. You see me looking down a lot. I'm like, what the fuck does that even say? Oh, here we go. I got one. Where did the Nasty name come from?
From my brother Ted, Black Nasty. He said, I'm Black Nasty and you, my little sister, are pink.
Yes.
Nasty.
Yes. Now, I mean, Black Nasty obviously fits Ted.
Oh, for sure.
And Pink Nasty fits you as well, but it's misleading, as far as the music goes.
Yeah, and I'm ugly, and it's just like, why, we would think that ugly. She'd be a little. I know. I just want you to tell me I'm pretty. It was like you'd think I'd be like a little slut, like a little thug slut, and I'm not. And then it's just like I'm this like almost 6 foot tall chick that, I'm 39. It's
Yeah.
like, that's Pink Nasty? I'm like,
Yeah.
yes, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I'm 40, so
It's good age.
it is a good. I think that makes sense with the MySpace thing. I mean, not many people can say that they had like their music up on MySpace.
I can.
Yep. Yep. I mean, nobody that like, what's that? What happened? Smudgekins?
Smudgekins is in timeout.
Oh, I thought I heard some crazy sound.
Oh, it was my candy wrapper.
What kind of candy?
Lemon drop.
Oh, those are good.
Mm-hmm.
Can I have one?
Absolutely. Give me some Adderall in a unmarked envelope, and I'll send you some candy.
Yeah. Yeah, I think so. I used to have a huge cocaine problem.
Nice.
So I think that's also where you asked me about Adderall before. I think that's also where that came into play, because not that it's like a replacement for it, but it kind of is a little bit, it's got that edge to it.
But you do have ADD, so you do need it to focus, or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. If I didn't have it right now, this probably would have been over already. Like it probably would have been over half an hour ago.
It would have been over like 5 minutes in.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
ah!
And I mean, I think everyone kind of has ADD, right? I hate to say it like I hate to use it like a crutch or anything, but I mean, I sucked in school. I was horrible in school.
Me too.
I would just like look out the window for the whole time.
I would fall asleep.
I fell asleep. I definitely fell asleep a lot. Here's a good one. So recording the new album, what's your method? And are they different on each album? Because you seem experimental in ways, so yeah, do you have like a strict method you do every time, or do you change it up each time? And what is it?
Change it up. So this one, when I would go meet with Don, we would meet up once a week, and he would write a guitar part, and then I would write a melody for that particular record. And that's kind of how it went. Or I would have a melody come to me, and I would come back and sing it, and he would write a guitar part. So it was pretty much him coming up with a part, me coming up with my part, and then together, like I'm pretty sure on a song called Drumming with a Knife, which I like. It's not my favorite on the album, but there's a string part on it.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm pretty sure it was me that like I was like, Don, it's like, he took the idea and then made it his own, which is awesome. Took my notes and then came up with that part. But wait, am I answering the question?
Yes.
Okay.
You're definitely answering the question.
And then some songs like so I wrote a song called Split the Diff off my album called Pink Nasty, and that one I was just fucking around with the drum machine, and I had the drum beat, and then I just kind of started playing the guitar, and then it just like that song came together really, really quick, and I love that song and I'm so proud of it. So yeah, to answer the question, it's like it can just be a melody or a lyric, and then it just kind of comes together from there.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're just hearing a certain instrumental part.
Right. Now, would you rate this as your favorite one that you've made so far?
Yeah, it's
a top question.
It's a top one for sure.
Yeah. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Mold the Gold.
Thank you.
I really am. And I mean, like I said, I hate putting anything in any kind of order, or like, I like this so much better. I love all of it. But like, I'm saying like gun to my head, like how to choose,
Okay.
Mold the Gold would be number 2 now, because I think this one is a masterpiece. I love it so much.
Shit. Okay. Wow.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what it is. Maybe it's just the time of my life or something. I don't know.
That's amazing.
It just worked. It just hit me. It was really good.
Think what's so off Mold the Gold? What song? What's your favorite song off that one?
Oh man, BTK Blues,
Mm,
hands down.
so good.
Yep.
I love that song too.
I love Away Message too, but it's too short.
You wanted it longer.
I want it
Okay.
longer, much longer. Yeah. I love the video.
I do too. That was so fun. We were just like in a dirt pile in Austin and it was so hot.
Yeah.
BTK Blues is legit. The vibe of that song is what it feels like to grow up in Wichita, Kansas.
Okay.
Like it is like if that song scares you, well then that it's scary to grow up in Wichita.
That's really cool. That's really cool that because it's like maybe I didn't get that from it, but I understand what you're saying. And it does have a feeling to it. And that's why I think I even started listening to it in the first place. I was like, oh, this sounds different. This sounds like it's from somewhere else that I don't know about. Right. So isn't that kind of the point? I do that with movies and anything else. Like I like to see other people's, like every place has its own thing. Even in the United States, every state is so different, has its own feeling, its own thing, its own kind of people, right? It even has its own food, but it also has its own art, its own music and things like that. So it's so cool to be able to take that feeling and put it into a song or put it into anything, any kind of art. I don't know what it is about that song. I think it changes so much, like there's different choruses and there's a lot going on in that one song. It's just so emotional. Super emotional. Yeah.
It really is. And it turned out to be such a from that like like just from that little guitar part and the demo, it's cool to see how it kind of became this like kind of not even like Bohemian Rhapsody, and it's not even the same song.
Yes.
But like parts wise and kind of drama wise, it feels kind of like that, and I like it, and it kind of makes sense and it kind of doesn't. It's kind of like that vibe. But yeah, I mean, it to me that song kind of leaves me feeling really anxious and kind of like scary, but that's just to me. But at that time, growing up in Kansas, that when my parents first moved there, there was a serial killer named Dennis Rader. He's the BTK killer. And when we wrote that song, he had not when we wrote it, because that was way before, but he had resurfaced in like 2000 or 2001 after being gone for like 20 years.
Right.
And he was popping up in our local news, and that whole summer was a summer of terror because we knew it was a male, we knew it was a white guy, but other than that we didn't know anything. And he was putting up like cereal boxes around town with evidence in it.
Right.
So, but that summer was so scary, Mike, because there's this crazy murderer that would like come stalk your house, like just be there, and like no one could live. Like one of the families that he killed, they were like jujitsu. Am I saying that right?
Jiu-jitsu
masters.
Yeah.
Like
wow.
Fighters.
Yeah, that's terrifying. Yeah.
And he could overpower. He didn't have guns or anything. He would strangle them.
Right.
So the fact that this man is stronger than a man and his wife who were martial artists, I think if I'm getting that right, is pretty crazy. So
absolutely.
That I think that's why the song kind of scares me, is because I remember the feeling of knowing someone did something so horrible. And then when I came back from Berkeley that summer, it's that he had reappeared, and like every time you left the house and were driving, kind of looked at everybody and you were wondering. Yeah,
no, and it's kind of crazy to think about now too, because the serial killer feels kind of like antiquated, right? Like
totally.
You don't really hear about things like that anymore. There was so many periods of time where even in New York here, I mean, I don't even think I was born yet, but like Summer of Sam, I think it was like 70s. Obviously, like, the popular ones, Gacy and Dahmer and stuff like that, right?
Bundy, like and the fact that like you grew up somewhere where you had a infamous one. Same here, and it's just like, you're right, it is kind of antiquated, and it's just like, what, people really did that? Like, that's just so terrible. Like, what's wrong with you?
Right.
Like, there's no help you can get, or you don't want to be better.
Right. No, and just actually a few years ago, there's even a couple like Netflix movies about it. There was a serial killer here, Long Island. He would just like, because obviously we're on an island that's all surrounded by water. There was this one particular part of the beach where he would leave the bodies. It was always women. And then, whatever, it hasn't happened. I don't know what happened with that. There was, like I said, there was a bunch of movies about it. It's Gilgo Beach Killer.
Okay.
But this might not be a popular idea that I'm about to say.
Go for it.
But there was something about serial killers that was almost, if you were to compare it to today's world and the events that occur every day, was like less. It was like a little more comforting to know, all right, there's this sicko out there, right? We know about it. But now I feel like you can go to watch a movie and get shot, right?
You're right.
So
like there's someone out there that is very scary, that we know about, that we are hearing about. But you're right. Like, in some weird way, it's like, how does that feel more comforting than just knowing you could go literally anywhere at any point and someone's going to be nuts?
That's what I mean. Yeah.
And
and so the more you hear about it, and I don't want to get into this because this is supposed to be fun, but the more you hear about it, it's like, oh my God, it's like a 15-year-old kid. You know what I mean? It's like, what the fuck? What?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Crazy.
It really is. My wife is like, she works in schools and she's scary. Like, I'm more worried about her being there than like, I don't even know. I don't know. It's scary.
We wrote this was never released, but when I was in a band called Satan's Undercover with two of my brothers, the
Kevins.
Yeah, that's right. My brother Ted and my brother John have a sweet pop love making do sweet. They make really sweet music for Valentine's Day for people. But my brother John, Ted, and I were in a band called Satan's Undercover, and this is like related to the school stuff. We found a poem by the Columbine kids. Like one of the guys wrote a really creepy poem. We put it to music, and it's called Trenchcoat Blues, and it was just like what he was talking about and his whole like manifesto of why, and it's just so creepy that you like, if your wife's a teacher and just her going to school and just being afraid of like the little kids, because they're fucking crazy.
She's actually an administrator, so she's not really around kids much, but she does visit a lot of schools. So yeah, it's just it's crazy to have to worry about this shit.
Yeah,
like,
for sure.
So my unpopular idea was, I'd rather worry about like Jeffrey Dahmer than some random kid at the fucking popcorn stand.
Absolutely.
Right? I don't know. It's really insane. This interview went so many directions. I had such a great time. This is what I like to do. I like to just hang out,
Same. And like, are we schizophrenic? Probably. Did we have a schizophrenic interview? Absolutely. But it's going to be one of my favorites. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be like, oh, this was such a good time. I don't know, Mike. You were talking about Chris a lot.
Did I talk about Chris too much?
No, not at all.
Okay.
I think that's amazing.
Because I can cut it. I'm gonna cut it and make it cool. Whatever.
You said you weren't gonna touch it. Don't touch it.
I got to cut some things, like to make it, a little tighter. But my rap is definitely staying in.
Oh, for sure.
No doubt about that. I don't think I'd ever be a good rapper.
I mean, not with that attitude. I mean, I think
I don't think I have anything to rap about, you know? I mean, I guess you can rap about anything you want, you know?
Absolutely.
But they say like the legit people, you know, have a story to tell. And I mean, I have plenty of stories, but I don't know if I have a story that could like,
and if not, just make it up.
Yeah. Yeah. That's, you know what? Yeah. Like that guy who wrote that book, A Million Little Pieces.
Yes.
He just made that shit up.
Hold on one second. I got to defend that call. Yeah. He made it up. And
totally.
So many people were like, yes, finally, like this guy is talking about his heroin problem, how he overcame it, and like what an amazing person. And then that I actually think I was recently watching that interview where he was on Oprah and she was praising him, and then he was back on Oprah and she was like, dude, we believed in you.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's do something like that.
Right. Yeah. It's just, so I used to be like shy, you know what I mean? Like I would have never done this like 2 years ago.
I can't imagine.
Would have never done this. I actually did this to like face that, you know what I mean? Like just kind of take it on. And like I said, I really sucked at it at first. And but I got better at it and I stuck with it. And I had some really cool people on this show. Like I had the guy from Home Improvement, not the main guy, but like his sidekick, Al.
Nice.
It was actually
very cool.
The whole thing started with a joke because here we go. I'm going to talk about Chris again, but he sent me a picture of Al, like a signed autograph picture from a consignment shop. And it was like in this like really gaudy red frame that looked like something like right out of Vegas, you know, like someone's weird wedding or something. I don't know. And it was like $350. And I was like, what? Who the fuck would wear that?
What? Like I would charge way more for this.
Yeah. And I'm not saying he's not worth that, but you know what I mean? Like, I was like, let me see if I can get him on the show. So there was no other way to get in contact with him besides Cameo.
Okay.
I don't know if you're familiar with that. And
yes.
Yeah. So, you know, if you wanted a video from him, it was like $100. I'm like, I'm not paying $100. But you can text message him for 99 cents. So I was like, there we go. Perfect. I'm very resourceful, you know. I texted him and he's like, yeah, get back to me in the fall. And it literally was like, I was like, all right, first day of fall, like September 21st or whenever it is. I'm texting this motherfucker. And I did. And he got right back to me. He said, yeah, sure.
Did you have to pay him?
Boom. No.
Wow.
Yeah, no, I never paid anybody.
But you paid the $2.
Well, I paid the $2. He got $2. He got a couple bucks. Yeah.
I wonder how much his agents took. I mean, he probably like walked away with like 20 cents.
Right.
No, speaking of Cameo, 2 of my brothers and I all paid to have Smokey Robinson wish my dad a happy retirement this year.
That's awesome.
And it was amazing.
That's awesome. Are you on there?
Mike, no one would care if I was on Cameo.
I would.
Okay. Well, shit.
And I mean, you have fans.
That's very sweet of you to say. And yes, you know what? You and anyone who loves my music, I'm so grateful for.
Yeah.
Like it's so nice.
Yeah. You know, and there are people out there and yeah, I mean, you can charge probably like a couple thousand for a message.
Yeah. You know? I'm going to charge $3.5 million.
Yeah. Oh, well, that's for the GoFundMe.
Oh, fuck. That's right.
That's right. I'm not kidding. I want to start that.
I know. It'll just be money I pocket.
I'll do it. I do all kinds of crazy shit like that. Like, I always think those things are reserved for, you know, people who really need money and stuff like that. So it's kind of tough, but
clearly not anymore. If you see, so I love going just to the homepage on GoFundMe and just like seeing what people want. Like some people just want money just to ask for money.
Right.
It's crazy.
And they're on the wrong website. It's called Kickstarter, you know. Kickstarter would fund a project or something. I mean, if you're doing literally nothing and asking for money, then like I said, you're the guy pretending to be broke, you know, just trying to make a living on other people's money. And if you're lying, that's really fucked up. If you're like, you know, I have cancer or whatever, you're fucked up in the head, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
Any tours festivals or anything like that coming up? I know there's like a pandemic and shit, but I hope, things like that happen.
We do too. It has just, I mean, it's just been kind of, I think because of what's going on, then we're just like pause until things get better. But we definitely want to tour. We definitely want to tour this album.
Yeah.
And then we would love to do festivals. I don't even know if South by Southwest is happening again this year here in Austin.
Right.
Like, I don't know.
It sucks.
Yeah.
It sucks
does.
so bad.
It's like, it's just been rough. Like now with the Omicron variant, I like all my friends are sick or have been either have been sick or have it. And luckily I haven't gotten it, but we're at like level 5 for hospitalizations here still. So it's just rough. Yeah.
It's crazy here on the island because this place is overpopulated. I don't know why. I really don't. It's not that it's a bad place, but it's so expensive to live here. It's crazy. And people here are assholes. They're just they're straight up assholes. They really are. And they don't give a fuck. They don't care. They don't follow any of the rules. They drive around with like giant pickup trucks and giant Trump flags. And they don't give a flying fuck. And I never thought it was like that here, and I'm not political at all. I don't give a shit about any of that. But it's kind of obnoxious either way,
Yeah, for sure.
And they just don't care about anybody or anything. And the rate here is insane. It's like, I don't know how I haven't gotten it. I mean, I literally touch people.
You're like, bring it in. I want to hug you.
No, I like for my job, like I cut hair. You know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm gonna have to reword that one. Out of context. Out of context, that might be weird. Knock on wood, I haven't gotten it, but it's like rampant here, because they don't care. Nobody cares. It's crazy.
Do you have them wear a mask and you wear a mask?
Yeah, like they put the sign on the door, but they don't enforce it.
Same. Yeah. Same here.
Yeah. It's not a big deal, I mean, to be honest with you, I hate wearing that fucking thing. I don't think anybody does like it,
No.
But I don't want to kill grandma. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
I just don't want to kill grandma. So I can have it.
But
I can have it. I was saying this the other day. I'm like, I could have it for the past 2 years and I have no idea. You know what I mean?
True. Yes.
Like, even if I don't have the symptoms, I don't want to give it to somebody. So.
I wouldn't either. I wouldn't want to hurt anybody.
Right. That's a nice, normal thing to do.
Exactly.
So is this record going to be on vinyl? Hopefully.
Ooh, good question. Yeah. You know what? I think we would probably just do digital release and vinyl. Like make.
Yes. Yep.
I don't know what the limit is.
Yeah.
But yeah, we would probably do like a set and see how many that is. And because I think that would be, I love vinyl. I love when records are. Same here.
It's so good. I mean, nothing sounds better.
Absolutely.
Nothing sounds better, MP3s, like I said, are convenient, but it's like high end. I like the low, warm feeling.
Me too.
Yeah. All right. So a couple fun questions, and this went way over, and I'm sorry. I was fucking all over the place and rambled, and
me too.
I get nervous doing this shit, even though I'm not nervous. Does that make any sense?
Doing a great job.
Well, thank you. I get when it's somebody that like I know, like I've been listening to you for a long time, I get nervous because I'm like, I don't want this person that I think is so cool to think I'm a fucking idiot, right?
I don't even think that at all.
I know.
I think you're so cool.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Well, you're cooler. All right. So these are just like easy questions. Okay. What's the like worst band on earth to you? Like, what's something you hear and you're just like, oh man, like nails on a chalkboard?
I don't like electronic music.
Okay. Like
just never a genre I've ever gotten into.
Right.
For me.
Right. Yeah, no, I could totally agree with that. I mean, I like some of it, but yeah, it's not my go-to, And
I'm not into DJ. That to me, that's I would not like to just listen to somebody playing other people's songs on a stage.
Here's my thing with electronic music.
Go for it.
I feel like anybody with a computer and a mouse can do it. Right.
Exactly.
I don't think it really takes, I hate to say this, you know, but I don't really think it takes too much talent. I look at it like this. If I can go and do it, I'm not musical. You know, I love music, but I don't have it. If I could do it, it's just not talent. Sorry.
Yep.
Anybody can turn knobs and make, you know, anybody can do that.
Yep.
Play guitar and sing, and that's a different story.
Exactly.
So what's on your record player right now? What it's like, or in your car or whatever?
In my car, I truly, I mean this. Past couple of days, I've been listening to Stronger, Kanye West.
Nice. You like new Kanye or old Kanye?
Both.
Or both. Okay, great. Me too.
I love it all.
Yep. He's a musical genius.
Yep.
I don't care what anybody says. I know, you know, he's considered an asshole, right? But there's part of me that thinks that he knows what he's doing. Like he's aware of what he's doing, and he does it on purpose, even though it might be real, like real feelings or whatever. He knows how to stay relevant.
You know, I've met a couple people that I met a guy that worked for him, and he said that he was lovely. And I've heard that from a couple people that had a chance of meeting him. So it's kind of like a thing, like, you know, as long as they're not a terrible, terrible, terrible person, but like, I feel like, you know, judge them for yourself.
Exactly. Yes.
But I love him. It just makes me feel powerful and cool.
Yeah.
And I roll my windows down in my Prius. And I bump it.
Yeah, it's so good. I don't know if you can, but what's your favorite one? What's your favorite album?
I think if I could take certain songs off certain albums and make a master album, then that would be my favorite, but that doesn't exist because there's like there's so many songs off so many different albums that I love. I love Waves, and I believe that's off Life of Pablo.
Yep.
Am I right?
I think so. I think so.
That song's beautiful.
Yeah.
So pretty.
Yep.
Follow God. That's a great song, and I could be getting titles wrong because I'm fucking ditz. Yeah, I love it. Yeah. And like if I'm down or if I'm like not feeling so great, it just something about his music kind of perks me up.
Absolutely. I love the My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, if I'm getting that right.
Yes. I
love that one. That's one of my favorite rap albums of all time. Like that's on the top 10 right there. I think that one's perfect, you know?
Yes.
Where am I? So top 40 guilty pleasure song, like right now on the radio. Something you like. Why do I like this? I shouldn't like this, but I like it.
Intentions, Justin Bieber.
Okay.
Love that song. Highway Don't Care, Tim McGraw, Taylor Swift.
Nice.
I think that's a beautiful song.
Yep. You see, I don't listen to the radio.
I don't either. It's just like songs that I've heard probably that were on the radio that I'm like, Alexa, play.
Well, it's funny. Like I don't really ever listen to the radio, but somehow I know all these songs. Like they're subliminally like in the air or something. It's commercials, whatever it is, in the grocery store.
Totally.
Always hearing these songs. There's that Korean pop group BTS.
Okay. Yes. Not familiar with the songs though.
I never. First of all, when they first came out, it wasn't even in English, but now it's in English. And I never really even understood the appeal in the first place. But some of their songs, I get them stuck in my head.
Amazing.
You know, I guess that's what it is, right? But is that a good song just because it gets stuck in your head?
I think
it's just fucking annoying.
I think most of the time it's probably just like something about it is good, and then it can be annoying too. But like, yeah, if it's stuck in my head, it's usually like because it's just catchy.
Yeah, I mean,
that might be annoying.
Yeah, I try to find the good in everything. You know, I really do. But some things I just don't get, and that's one of them. But at the same time, I hear the songs and I'm like, oh fuck. I mean, I'm not running out and buying it or anything, but I don't hate it. You know. Pet peeve.
Chewing. Hearing other people chew.
That's a great one.
Really annoys the fuck out.
Yep.
or swallowing.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, why do people swallow to the point of like it's audible?
I don't want to hear it.
Right.
But like, ugh.
Yeah.
Especially after a long day, like you come home, you're like, stop fucking chewing.
Right.
Like even when animals do it, like when animals are smacking, I'm like, stop it.
Now chewing, like, does gum pass, or is that annoying?
Gum's cool. Gum's cool to chew.
Okay.
Or you know what? I also don't like this when someone's not like, if you say something and they heard you, but then they go, what? And then you start saying it and they're like, oh no, I heard you.
Yeah.
Just, what, motherfucker?
Yeah. Well, what kind of what is it? Is it like, what? I can't believe you just said that, or like, I didn't actually hear you.
Yeah, it's the what? I didn't hear you, but I heard you.
Yeah. So I'm a little guilty of doing that because I want to process. I want to process my thought before I say something, because sometimes I can say really stupid shit.
Same.
So especially with my wife, if she asks me something or says something, I'm like, what? Gives me like 5 seconds to like, don't say something retarded. I shouldn't say that. Don't say something stupid. And I said the R word the other day on a radio show. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Nothing happened. I'm like, what the fuck is wrong with you? Why do you say that? It's one of those things. It's like one of those words where I don't mean it to be the actual meaning that it is.
I don't think anybody did. And I think that we, unfortunately, there was a time where it was more, where it was okay to say, like a lot of things were, and now they're not.
Right.
And that's for the better. But, I think that's when people are like, oh, but, honey, I wasn't a part of that generation, we're going to be that generation where people are like, hey, they didn't know any better.
Right. Yeah. Like when people say, oh, they're old school, they're racist, right? That's just how they are. That's how they grew up. For us, it's going to be, those like a couple of words. And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
I sure do.
That are just going to represent us,
Yeah. They're like, that generation. Can you believe they used to say that? And like,
yeah. Oh. And to be honest with you, I still say it. I just can't help it. It's just part of my everyday thing. And sometimes I slip, and we're allowed to slip. We're human. Right. Absolutely. And I instantly own it, and it doesn't mean what it actually means. It's just, it's a bad habit is what it is,
For sure.
I don't know how we got there. Do you watch like best thing you've seen recently on Netflix? If you watch Netflix or anything like that?
I don't like, I honestly like more of the like the Dateline, the 2020, the 60 Minutes, like that stuff fascinates me. I don't really get into TV shows. I have a hard time. I get bored.
Yeah. Okay. No, personally. I gotcha. Yeah, I get bored too. I like movies and documentaries more.
Same. Yes, exactly.
And yeah, Dateline, what's the one with the guy who like nails the pedophiles?
Chris Hansen.
Yeah. That's
great.
There's something about watching that one.
Oh, it's great. I love it when the guys like I've been watching those recently. And Chris Hansen always comes out and he's like, why are you in this house right now? Yeah. And there's like, I came over to tell her, like, don't meet guys online. And like, oh man, I wasn't gonna have sex with her or anything like that. And I love it when he goes, I'm Chris Hansen and this is how to catch a predator and you may leave. It's
a topic that would never really be entertaining, but the way that it's done is it's great entertaining. TV. It's really entertaining. Because it not only does it expose these people that are sick in that way, but it really, the things they come up with to say why they're there is hilarious. Like, dude, you're 45, she's 13. There's nothing you can possibly say to change my mind of why you're there.
You guys don't.
But you're going to say all this crazy shit, but none of it means anything.
It's wild when like some of them drive like 5 hours to meet up with these kids.
Yeah, sick.
And it's so fucking crazy to me. It's crazy. Like, don't get it at all. But it's fun to watch because it's like, what is wrong with you?
Yeah,
and then their answers are just so like, It's always like, I didn't know, and I was just here to, don't arrest me. I was just here to tell her not to hang out with older men. And
Right. Yeah, it's insane. It's really like, even on social media, they'll have like little clips, you know, and I'm like, oh my God, this guy, like, he just came over, he drove 6 hours to a 13-year-old's house to get a pizza, you know?
yeah,
Just doesn't
the
add
one
up,
I was
man.
watching, the guy brought food over for himself,
Mhm.
but not for this little girl that he was coming to meet. And she's like, I'm hungry too. And he was like, sorry, got this burger and fries for me. Why don't you take a shower and we'll watch some TV?
Oh my God, it's nuts. So any documentaries you've seen recently that are good?
Yes. I watched the Alex Honnold, what's it called? The guy that climbs the mountain
Yes.
without a
I know what you're talking about. Yes.
free something.
It's Free Solo.
Yes.
Yes.
Free solo.
Yeah, that was a good one. That guy's out of his fucking mind.
Well, you know what I didn't know, Mike, was like that he is out of his mind. I kind of was under the impression that like he just decided to climb it one day, but I didn't realize like he studied it and kind of like climbed it like attached to the mountain and like knew his exact steps. I didn't know there was that crap
It was like,
to it.
yeah, it was like mathematical.
Yes.
Yeah. Like this little angle here, like, is death.
Well,
This one is
funny
not,
enough,
you know, crazy.
funny enough, I got to meet him.
Oh, wow.
When one of my best friends got married, God, like 10 years ago in Boulder, she married a rock climber, and Alex Honnold was really good friends with Cedar Wright, who's the guy my friend married. And I sat at a table with him, and at the time they were just like, yeah, he's crazy, like he free solos. And you know, years later that documentary came out, but I mean, it's not like I didn't, I might have just said hi, I didn't really talk to him, but I thought that was kind of neat.
Yeah.
That he was there.
Right. Now, I mean, who's the coolest person you ever met? You know, like celebrity wise, I guess.
Celebrity wise.
Like,
Okay.
I can't believe I met this person.
Billy Gibbons. No, not Billy Gibbons. I'm sorry. What's his name? ZZ Top. Billy
Gibbons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
That's so crazy you said that. Go ahead.
He came into the store that I work at, and we hit it off. And then he called the store on a day I was off work and wanted my number. And we talked a little bit on the phone, talked about music, because I told him I play music too. And he got me into a ZZ Top show in San Antonio, and then got my dad and my dad's friends into a show in Kansas. And we have not talked in a long time now since, but that was fun. That was neat. He was very nice guy.
That's awesome. And it's so crazy you said that, because just 2 episodes ago, I had a guy named Damon Drummond on, and he does like found object art. So he'll go to the scrapyard and make like robots and shit.
Oh, cool.
It's really cool. And he had a picture of him with Billy in his shop, like hanging out, and like they got to know each other pretty well. And he showed me his business card. Billy Gibbons' business card says,
it says BFG.
It says what?
I think it says like BFG on it.
Well, maybe his new one now, but the one that he had says Billy Gibbons, friend of Eric Clapton.
Sorry. Yes.
And then his phone number. Yeah.
Business card.
Yeah.
I have that business card.
Oh, that's cool.
Yep.
So,
friend of Eric Clapton. That's right.
Yeah. So weird that 2 people that I just had on the show that don't know each other had the same interaction. Really cool.
Yeah. And he's what a lovely guy. And to like, what kind of person is like, here, I'll get you into the show. Oh, then Miley Cyrus's mother, Tish Cyrus, came into the shop I work at, and I was helping her, and she got me in to see Miley Cyrus at ACL.
Wow.
And that was so fun. And God, she's such a good singer.
She's amazing.
She's fucking amazing.
I know there's this whole stigma that goes along with her, but when you really, break it all down, she's insanely talented.
Her voice is incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like she's so powerful, and it's so good.
It's so good.
Like you can think she's dorky. Well, she's not even dorky, but like people that like, she's not cool enough for them, but like, God, her songs are so good too. Like,
yeah,
but like how also like who does stuff like that? That's so nice to do that. And
Yeah.
Like,
No, it's
and-
cool. And you know, sometimes you worry, at least I do, like meeting someone, I may have said this before, but you know, you worry if they're cool or not, you know, like, is this going to
Yeah.
change my view on this person? Sometimes you hear things like, you know, like Kevin Spacey is an awesome actor, right? And then you hear what happened, and they're like, you watch his movie now, and it's changed your mind about him a little bit, right? Or at least
Right.
that's me. But then for the most part, you know, you hear everyone's just fucking awesome, you know. But there's still that thing in the back of your head, like, you know, how is this
Well,
person in real life?
and in reality, I mean, yes, there's a lot of fucked up stuff that people get called out for, which is great. But, you know, there's a lot of stuff that everyone's done that have
Oh, yeah.
been gone too far across the line, or
Absolutely. They're in the public eye, so it gets put on display, you know.
yeah,
It's almost like teaching a lesson to everyone else, you know. And listen, I don't know what happened, what didn't happen, you know, but it changes things, you know, like Ryan Adams is one of my favorites, you know. And then and then you hear, and I don't even know what it was a couple of years ago, he was like talking, you know, saying bad things.
Yeah, I think it was like something about mistreating women, or like there's some close calls with some women.
And you're like, damn it, man, come on. You know, but at the same time, you don't know the story, you know, you don't know.
You don't know the story.
Right. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Harvey Weinstein, we know what happened.
Yeah.
Right?
And it's just like, at what point, like, how many times does it happen, or did it not? Like, yeah.
What was the severity of it? You know, like,
yeah.
Until you know the whole truth, it's like, how could you judge one person based on something you heard on Facebook?
1000%.
You know. All right. Oh my God, I'm crazy today.
Oh, I'm glad I got you on a crazy day.
He did. Favorite curse word?
Fuck.
It's the best one.
Classic.
Did you have fun? Today?
So much fun. Sorry if I lost steam towards you. I'm like,
No, you know, honestly, I usually do an hour, and it's been almost 2 hours, and I'm very sorry.
Sorry. I'm having fun. I mean, it's so nice to meet you, and I'm so thankful that you love my music so much. That makes me feel so good.
I do. I love it so much, and thank you for, like, how can I say this without being cheesy? I don't know.
Be cheesy.
Thank you for keeping it real.
Of course.
You know, it's not like, you know, of course the music always changes, it evolves, you know, but it doesn't go in a completely different direction to where it's not even recognizable anymore, you know. I know it's you know, and I really can't wait till this one comes out, and I know it's going to have a big reaction, and I hope it will.
Thank you, Mike. And I can't wait to do more.
Yeah.
Like, I'm
absolutely
excited. For like whatever's next, I'm excited for it.
Yeah, me too. And if you're ever in New York, let me know. You know, doing a show, whatever.
Oh my God, yes, for sure.
That would be amazing. So this is one question I ask everybody. On a scale from 1 to hell fucking yeah, how much did you enjoy being here today?
Hell fucking yeah.
Yes.
Obviously.
I just want everyone to say, I asked that so everyone says hell fucking yeah.
Hell fucking yeah. And I really appreciate you. Thank you so much.
What did I do? I didn't do anything.
You wanted to talk to me, and thank you.
Yeah. This was, like I said, like early on, I was like, this is going to be kind of like, what's the word? What's the fucking word?
Meta?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess, like, it's weird. It's something that I would have never imagined I would be able to talk to you like this. It's really cool.
Oh, you know? What did you think I was going to be like? Did I surprise you? Not surprise you? Or is this how you thought it would go?
That's a really good question. I know you have a personality. I mean, Black Nasty, all those songs and shit. I know you have, like, you know what I mean? I know you're going to be fun, but it was beyond what I expected. It was much more than I expected. And when you first came on and you know, like, you had the space thing going on, I was like, oh, this is going to be so much fun, you know? So it actually blew my expectations. I knew it was going to be great either way. And just from, you know, I've been doing this for a while. So when I talk to people like through text or messages, I can get the tone and the vibe of them.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Like when you hear the music, it's one thing, but when you're actually talking to them, like, this might be weird, you know, they're not vibing with me. Like they don't get my, you know,
Totally.
my personality. And it usually turns out fine. It makes me so much less nervous. You know what I mean? Even though
Yeah.
I'm just naturally a bag of fucking nerves. It's just who I am.
Well, it doesn't even show.
Well, thank you. Thank you. I really appreciate that. And that's it.
All right.
I hate to say goodbye, honestly, but
Same.
we're-
I do
we're-
too. We'll have to do it again sometime.
few hours. Some of these episodes are like 20 minutes long.
Let's actually, if you ever want to do it again, it would be fun to have Dawn and I on to talk about.
That'd be awesome. Why don't
The
we
new one.
plan on that? Because I do that a lot. Like I'll have people come back on because we're talking about an album and then the album comes out.
Let's do it.
So when it comes out, let's do that. And
Okay.
I'm gonna send you some ideas for covers.
I would love a piece of your artwork.
Oh,
I always love art.
that's
from
definitely
my friends.
happening. That's definitely
I love
happening.
it.
Right now, for some reason, I'm painting a wolf smoking a cigarette.
I
I
would
don't
love
know why, but I have a good idea for you.
it. At least he's not vaping.
So I'm gonna put that one to the side. Yes. And Sarah, thank you so much. This
Mike,
was awesome.
Pleasure's all mine. So good to meet you.
Same here.
And we'll keep in touch. over
Definitely.
text.
Definitely. I have one of my favorite artists' phone number. It's crazy.
I've got one of my favorite
You know-
guys, one of my favorite hairstylists, podcasters, number 2.
That's awesome. Yeah, you know, it's funny. Like most of the time, it's email and Instagram message. You know, rarely is it a phone number. So when I got that, I was like, oh man, oh surreal. That was the word I was looking for. Surreal.
Yeah.
Yes. So
Love it.
all right,
Love it.
I'm gonna let you go and say hi to what's the cat's name? I'm sorry.
Munchkins.
Smudgekins. I don't know how I forgot that, but it was 2 hours ago. So, all right, that's it.
Happy
Thank you so
Valentine's
much.
Day.
Happy Valentine's Day.
Thank you so much. Have a good day, Mike.
Thank you. You too, Sarah.
Bye.
Bye bye. Peace.